Do you want to know how to use all of Bandicam's premium or free features completely? Because if you do, then this is the video for you, and this is a full in-depth review and tutorial on all Bandicam's features, so stick around because that's what's coming up. What is up, guys? Welcome back. It is Sam here, and today we're going to be doing a Bandicam full review. So this will have everything about Bandicam in it. So if you want to know anything about Bandicam, make sure you watch this video. I'll be telling you everything there is to know about it. And also, if you need any extra help, make sure to put in the comments your question, and I'll be sure to help you out. Also, if you know anyone who has any problems with recording for upload to YouTube or whatever they want to do, they just want to record some favorite clips from games or whatever, make sure you tell them this video is up here, because this is the best software, in my opinion, for recording games on YouTube as a whole. It is the one that makes the less lag. The video files are the smallest. And yeah, that's really awesome. So make sure you send them straight to this video, and this will help you out completely on Bandicam, 100% review. So here we go. Let's start on the first page. The Bandicam up here, this will send you to the Bandicam website. Obviously, this you can get online help. This will minimize or exit Bandicam. Then here you have the time of your recording. This is how long the recording's been going for so far, 54 seconds. This is the total size for the recording so far, and this is the size you're allowed to have in one recording, 873 gigabytes, which is a ridiculous amount. That's almost a terabyte. Or is it? Whatever. Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of storage. Why? You don't need that. So yeah, it is almost a terabyte. What am I thinking? Anyway, here you have all the game recording modes. This is the game recording mode. It will directly record DirectX windows or OpenGL windows. So if, for instance, you're playing CSGO or Minecraft or Factorio or any game that uses DirectX or OpenGL or any program that uses that, it will directly record them without having to have a rectangle on the screen with this one. And it reduces lag because you don't have to have this big border around the image and render extra sprites and extra pixels on the screen. So it will reduce the lag that's caused by that. This is the screen recording mode, which does records a desktop or screen or web video, as you can see from there. It will create a rectangle on the screen which you can resize to whatever you want, and it record everything inside that rectangle on screen, which is really awesome. This is the size I have set to record with rectangle on screen, which is what I'm using to record my Bandicam. So I'm using Bandicam to record Bandicamception. Anyway, this is 684 by 734 pixels. This is on the coordinates of 805, 103, and 1489 to 837. So that is totally awesome. Now this is a device recording mode, so you can record a webcam or HDMI capture device like directly. So you don't have to use, like rectangle on screen, etc. This is really useful if you only do like vlogs or stuff, or you want to record a capture device, even though capture devices record themselves. I don't really know why that's there. That's also if you want to record like external images from a capture device that's already on the capture device. If that makes any sense to you, it's kind of confusing. But yeah, you can also check online help if you really want to. But I should be able to help you with everything you have questions about, other than this stupid thing, because I've not really ever tried that out. I've tried to, yeah. Anyway, let's just stop talking about this. Let's move on. Okay, so here, this is the output destination. Obviously, you can change this by clicking on it. This is to take a snapshot of your screen. This is to record or stop. This is to pause the thing. Now, this little button here, as you can see, expands or, makes the UI smaller. So you can have extended options or simple options or etc. Simple, extended, just by clicking that. This button is also exactly the same, so you don't have to click the arrow. But anyway, that's pretty cool. Now, these are the general options, so let's run through these. So the options are, this is the output folder. Obviously, you can change it by clicking here and open it by clicking here. This will put Bandicam windows always on top. So if you're recording, for instance, a webcam with a rectangular screen, or I believe OpenGL, it also does do it. It will put Bandicam on top, so the Bandicam will be in your video. That's why I don't use it, because it would be a bit of a stupid thing on some things. Start Bandicam minimized to tray. So when you start it, the Bandicam will be in your tray down here, which is down here. In here, this is your tray. It will be in here. Always, it will start it in there. I don't use that also because obviously it makes your startup on your computer slower. Not massively much, but still. This is around Bandicam and Windows startup. So obviously when you start Windows, Bandicam will be loaded and it will appear on your taskbar directly here, like it is on mine at the moment, which is pretty darn awesome. So that could be useful if you want Bandicam every time you're on your computer you use it. If you have like a specific recording computer, that could be useful, but I don't use it. You also have auto start recording. This is start full screen recording on Bandicam startup. So when it starts, it automatically starts recording full screen. This is a set timer for auto start recording, so you could set it, for instance, at 4:30, automatically start recording. I don't use it because I don't see the point in it at this point in time. Auto complete recording, you can, this is set to disable at the moment, but you could also enable it just by writing enable there, or by going on here. And yeah, this will auto complete recording, so it will automatically end the recording when it hits 10 minutes. or a certain amount of size, obviously by selecting these. And then once you've selected them, you can choose these after recording, start your recording, stop recording, exit Bandicam, or shut down your computer. I don't use them at the moment because there's not really much point. Output folder, okay, let's go into advanced here. Now this is all your extra options. This is general. This will put Bandicam windows on top, start Bandicam minimizing tray, show FPS in captured video image. So it won't just show it to you while you're recording it, it will also show it in the image once it's actually been recorded. So I don't use that because obviously when you're on YouTube, then if you're watching my video, you'll be able to see my FPS and stuff. It could be quite useful if you want to show the FPS, if you're doing benchmarking or something, but I don't use it at the moment. This is show tip and information bar, which is this bit up here at the top. You can obviously deselect that and it will go off. Turn off blue tray icons, which will be down here in your tray, which is this bit. You'll get a little icon saying, you know, like that, like Skype now, popping up with the two. I don't have that set because Bandicam would do that and it kind of gets a bit annoying. It's just pop up constantly from taskbar. So I don't use it, or from the this bit, the balloon, the notification area. But anyway, then you have automatically run Bandicam on Windows Startup and start full screen recording on Bandicam, which I don't use any of these at the moment. You can reset to turn on all these settings to 0 or on any of these pages. Then you have the output folder. You can change again by clicking here. You can create auto subfolder and writing a file. So every time you make a new file, it will create a subfolder. Enable write caching on the disk. So it will mean that it will automatically write cache files to your disk, which could be helpful if you lose your recording or whatever. You can use the cache files. File name settings. So this is what it will automatically record when you're using the game record function, which is this one here. It will use the target name like it says here, and then the date and time. You can change this to do custom prefix. You can write it to do whatever you want, or you can have none. I obviously have target name. But then you can go on hooking, which is the hooking targets. These are the game recording targets. OpenGL, DirectX 7, DirectX 9, DirectX 11, DirectDraw, DirectX 8, DirectX 10, DirectX 12. So if you're not using any of these, which I can't understand why you wouldn't be, then Bandicam is not the one for you. But still, Bandicam, in my opinion, is the best recording software for YouTube because it makes the least lag and has the most customizability. I'll also be doing a review on Fraps because I do have that as well. I did used to use it, but now I don't like it. Disable DirectX 10 or 11 hooking on Internet Explorer 9 or above, or Firefox. This is block DirectX video overlay, which you don't want to do because otherwise it will block the overlay that it has automatically on the DirectX files, which will block every overlay you've set. So that's a bit stupid. Blocked process list. Obviously you can block specific processes on here. Then you have the language, which is your language. So these are all the available translators and translations that can be applied to Bandicam. Then you have others, the video recording settings, format settings, auto-complete recording, which we will be going through, but they're all here. So let's just go and do that now. Okay, let's go on video, and then these are all your record options. So you have the record or stop hotkey. I have that set to left bracket. You have a pause hotkey set to right bracket. This will be disabled normally. This will be enabled, but it won't be this. So you can change them to whatever you want and enable all of them if you want. Then you have add mouse click effects. So now when I click with my left mouse button, you can see little effects coming up. You should be able to. If you can't, then that's a fail, but you should be able to. And then also you can add webcam overlay by clicking that. I'm not going to do that because you'll be able to see my face, and you know, you might get scarred for life, so there's no point doing that. Format, we'll go through that in a minute, but you can go to settings here, and these are your sound settings. So record sound, obviously you want to record sound unless you want to have a silent gameplay, which is fair dues by if you want to do that. Save audio tracks while recording. You can save them separately, so in case you lose your audio, they're always there. That could be quite useful. I should probably have that on, but whatever, I'll change that later. Now this is your primary sound device, so this is what you'd want set to your microphone, because it will always prioritise this one over this one. So you want this set to your microphone. I have this set to my Yeti stereo microphone, and then you have a secondary device, which is Windows 10 sound, or whatever you want it can be. I have Windows 10 sounds that record like in-game CSGO sounds or Minecraft sounds or whatever. Then you have two sound mixing, primary and secondary, into one track, which is what you want. Otherwise it records two separate tracks, and you have to mix them yourself. And then you can only record secondary device while pushing a certain key. I don't use that. And there's also help here if you want it. Now there's all these other settings. You can go on playback and change all your speaker settings and communication settings. This is just a normal Windows thing. This isn't Bandicam. Obviously you can change your microphone levels or whatever. You can do the same obviously for this one. So that is pretty awesome. Then if we go to webcam here, you can have a webcam overlay. You can change which webcam you use, the settings. You can preview it. You can change the size of the webcam, and you can change the position and where it is if you want to in percentages. For game recording mode, you can preview it on the screen, which is only available with DirectX or later, or OpenGL, so you can do that in Minecraft, and enable preview toggle hotkey, so you can only have it shown when you press a certain key. You can add a logo to your video, obviously by clicking this. You can choose the video by clicking this. You can have the opacity of the logo and position on the screen. Again, you can do it percentages if you want. Now you can add mouse click effects here. left to left or right click mouse effect, and add mouse highlighting effects. If you click this, you have other options here. Then you want always this to set to higher than normal priority. Always prioritize it in the task manager, so make sure Bandicam's always running and it never the lag never hits Bandicam itself, which is what you always want, otherwise your recordings get messed up, even if your game is running fine or whatever you're recording. For game recording mode, skip recording while frame is not updated. So for instance, if you're playing a game and you're standing in the same place for like a 60 frames worth of time, it will only render one frame. For instance, say if you're standing in the same place for 30 seconds and you have 30 frames that are exactly the same because nothing's changed in them, what this will do is it will only record like it will take one picture of where you're standing, if just put it into simple words, and make that the whole length of however many frames that you were standing still for, if that makes sense. So instead of recording loads of separate frames, it only records one. It reduces lag, so you always want this set. It's auto set to when you download Bandicam, or it should be. You can always come and check, so that's pretty cool. For screen recording mode, this is used enhanced capture method faster, so this will make your recordings a lot faster, and we'll use an enhanced capture method to record your videos, which again will make them faster. So that is pretty awesome. Then you can go down here. So this is your format. Mine's set to MP4, but let's actually go through it. There's all these presets here which you can set it to, or there's these ones here. So this is pretty much what I use, but I have edited mine a little bit. So if you go into here, and the best file type you want is MP4. It is one that creates the smallest file sizes and the most what are they called? The most, it's a recommended file type because it's supported by a lot of programs, and YouTube actually recommends you record it MP4 because it has a proper uploading programs that use MP4, so it will record it a lot faster. Otherwise, if you upload in a different file that YouTube doesn't support, it will have to re-encode it to the new file and then upload it. It will take like 10 times longer, so there's no point doing that. Just record it in MP4. Then you have the video size, video full size. I do full size because if you, for instance, now I'm recording 684 by 734 pixels. If you do this in 1920 by 1080, it will record this in 1920 by 1080, which means it will have to record it and then encode it at the same time. It creates a lot of lag, so you want this set to full size. So when you're recording, for instance, a whole game on your screen, if your screen is 1080 by 1920, it will record the video in 1080 by 1920. So you want this set full size, otherwise it will create loads of lag if you're not recording in the, for instance, 1080 by 1920 or 1920 by 1200 or whatever you're doing. Then this is, obviously you can set the size in percentage if you really want to. This is the FPS. Now obviously the human eye only registers 60 FPS, so I've just set to 60 FPS. There's no point in it being higher than that really. You can obviously set it higher that if you want to, but it will just increase lag and it's not really that useful. The codec 8.264, now this will generally come in the Intel QuickSync video, or you can just have a CPU rendered one. I use the NVIDIA NVE NC. This will only be available if you have an NVIDIA graphics card that supports it, and when you install Bandicam, it will ask you if you want to use this codec. Always click yes, because this is like 4 times faster than this codec. So it's extremely recommended to use, and obviously, like I said, it's only available if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, but it is an extreme bonus, so I use that. It's the fastest one to use. This is quality, it even says on the Bandicam website that the quality higher than 80 isn't really that useful. It's never really, you can't really see any difference, so I always keep it at 80, otherwise it increases the file size and increases the lag caused by the recording software. This is the audio. You always want to keep codec at AAC. You can also, you can't change it actually. You always want to keep it at AAC because you can't change it. Bitrate, you can set this to 128. Obviously, it will sound worse than 192. 192 is recommended. The channels, you always want this stereo. If you have it at mono means one. It will only record one channel, one audio channel, which is not what you want. This is the frequency. You always want this set to 48,000 Hertz, otherwise it will start sounding not too good. You can set it, if you're getting sound errors, you can set it to 32,000 or 41,100, but 32,000 will make the most difference if you're getting sound errors, but again, 48,000 is recommended. If you go on image, this is the image hotkey. I have this selected. Normally you don't have this selected, I don't believe, but I have this set to the minus key. You can repeat screen capture, so it will snap an image every however many seconds you've got it on there. You can show mouse cursor in your images. I don't have that enabled. You can enable shuttle sound, so when it takes an image, it will go, you know, like a camera sound. So yeah, you can have the format of the picture. You can have BMP, PNG, JPEG normal, or JPEG high quality. There's not much difference between these. The file size is larger, and obviously this one looks more high quality, but you can always use this one. It doesn't really matter. Then you can go on here to how to save it as an animated GIF. Animated GIF, if you say it like that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Then you can go to output. These are all the recordings you have that you have recorded that you haven't deleted yet. Obviously, as soon as you delete them in your file explorer down here, this little thing, or you delete them in Bandicam, which you can delete them directly here. Let's just get that window in properly. Cool. We can delete them directly here by clicking delete, obviously. Or you can upload them directly, edit them directly, and play them directly. And it also says what they're recorded at. Like if I go to this was recorded in 680 by 732 pixels. This is old recordings that I was using to test stuff. And then this is obviously Minecraft, Java. It obviously won't do Minecraft because the actual file is running on is Java and it's called Java, so it says it is Java. But as you can see, this is 1920 by 1080. Even though I have my settings set to full size, it does record in 1920 by 1080. It doesn't record in directly 60 FPS because obviously there is a bit of codec lag, but that's how that runs. And as you can see, the file sizes are extremely small. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And you can also, like I said, delete them all there. Then you can sort them by day or name or size. Then you can go on images, and it's exactly the same for images. You can delete them. Obviously, you can't play them or edit them because you don't play or edit images. You can edit them, but you don't play images. But yeah. And then this is the file where they're saved to in both of them. The file where they're saved to. Now you can go and about, and this is all the about data, like the Bandicam version. This is version 3.0.4 or 1036. Then it's copyright and update check. You check your updates, and this is all the license information. This is obviously blurred out for you because I don't want you to see my license information. But this is where all your information would be. It'll say your email address, blah blah blah, and your serial number, blah blah blah, if you've bought it. And this is the website URL of the homepage, FAQ, and then you'll also get extra things down here that will tell you things you can do or help or whatever. So I hope you've enjoyed this review, guys. If you have enjoyed this review, please smack the like button and subscribe, and also tell people you know to come and check this review out. I want as many people to know how to use Bandicam as they can because I believe it is the best software, and you can obviously get it for free, and the free software is still pretty darn good. So remember to tell everyone you know, and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you for watching, and goodbye, guys.